receivers in the first half. They go back to their biggest weapon. Simonton nearly broke it. Got 15 to the 35-yard line before Shane Walton made the tackle. Walton just back in action, playing with a broken right forearm.
On the close.
Look out, he gets hit from behind again. A flag thrown. That's a live football. Darnell Robinson knocked the ball out. Oregon State has recovered, but there was a flag thrown by the referee, John Smith. Eric Manning came up with the loose football after Robinson knocked it out.
Sean, we talked about the fewest ever by Notre Dame turnovers to games, with 8 turnovers in 11 games.
There's a fumble on the play. First down, LSU.
And I mentioned at the outset, the one way on defense that you can cause a team to have turnovers is get into their backfield where the ball is handled between the quarterback when he's going to throw it or handing it off. Great job by Oregon State. Notre Dame does not turn that thing over, but a big hit makes them turn it over deep in their own territory.
Here are the numbers, the record turnover numbers for Bob Davie. They committed 30 turnovers last season when they went 5-7. It's late that it cost them game and practice time. 2nd and 7. Smith with a lot of time. Going toward the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Hushmanzada. And now a flag thrown in the end zone after the play. There was another of those reserve defensive backs, Jason Beckstrom. 2nd and 5. And pitch to Jones. And he's on it, but way back at the 23-yard line. And for the team that made history for not turning it over, they've been very sloppy with the ball here in the opening moments of the second half. And we talked about going away from the triple option when Arnez Battle was injured in the second game of the year. One of the reasons why the fumbles are way down this year, but they went back to that option look and almost had another fumble.
And boy, Ladarius Jackson could not have done a better job getting up, and that's Richard Siegler, the middle linebacker who started because Tavita Muala, the guy who was supposed to start, hurt his knee during spring ball. They put in this 210-pound freshman, crossed their fingers, and he became a freshman All-American.
Out of the shotgun, an empty backfield. 4-man rush. They set up a screen to David Gibbons. He got nowhere near the first down marker. He was chopped down at the 31, 15 yards short of the first down. Richard Siegler made the tackle on Gibbons, the junior from Humboldt, Texas.
And people who remember Dennis Erickson when he was at Miami, Dennis said that this defense has almost as much speed as the best defenses he had at Miami, and you're starting to see that take over this game.
And that's a big statement, because those defenses might have been as fast collectively as any in the history of college football. Joey Hilbull back to punt.
Come on, 17.
Hushmanzada from the 28. Straight ahead. Bounced off one of his teammates. And the ball came out. They're not blowing the play dead yet. If it stands, it's a touchdown for Terrell Roberts. And they're not going to blow it dead. That's a touchdown for Terrell Roberts. So many uncharacteristic aspects now for Notre Dame. The turnover, and now a major catastrophe on special teams.
And Hushmanzada fumbled the ball earlier when Rocky Boyman, who caused that fumble as well. Rocky Boyman pulled the ball out twice, and the ball is bouncing. The luck of the Beavers is alive in Tempe, Arizona.
Officials, despite all those flags against them, Johnson's touchdown stood even when he dropped the ball on the 2-yard line, and now that play should be down, but it wasn't called. The 2-point play good. Robert Prescott on the receiving end of the pass from Smith. The Beavers dominated the first half but didn't have the points to prove it. They have the points now. Lost their last 4 trips to bowl games. Haven't won a bowl game since the '93 Cotton Bowl against Texas A&M. Lavecchio. And that pass is picked off by Darnell Robinson.
Game. We just saw him get drenched. They came down very early from Oregon State. I mentioned that they're building that indoor facility. It won't be ready till next year. They've been down here since December 21st. the first time he's had to do that, because in Miami they never had to travel until a few days before the game. Well, with this kind of result, even with that indoor facility, I would imagine he's going to be going early to bowl games for the rest of his time there at Oregon State.
Well, they were passing out the Fiesta Bowl champion T-shirts on the far sideline. Flag down before the snap on third down. 41-9 Oregon State with 31 seconds left.
Dead ball, illegal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
2 college football games left in this season, both with national championship implications perhaps. Tomorrow night at 8, Miami and Florida in the Nokia Sugar Bowl. And Wednesday night at 8, the national championship game for the BCS. Number 1 Oklahoma, number 2 Florida State in the FedEx Orange Bowl from Miami.
All right, I'm on the record, Miami, Florida State. I need your pick so I can let them down.
We're taking the chalk there, the favorites. But Miami, they're just so impressive with their team speed. And I think Florida State just has a little better club than Oklahoma. But the great thing is, at least Oklahoma will have a chance to prove that wrong on Wednesday night. And Oregon State proved tonight that it intends to stick around at the top of the college football landscape for a while. It's a perch to which they are unaccustomed, but they're starting to dig their heels in a little bit at the top of the college football landscape.
And if this was your first chance to get to see Oregon State, because they didn't play a lot of nationally televised games, get used to this scene with Dennis Erickson and the recruiter that he is. This program will be on top for a while.
And he's with Leslie Goodell.
Well, Coach, you had quite a drought at Oregon State. You've been a part of some big games in your career. Where does this one rank?
Well, I mean, obviously, because it's a Fiesta Bowl and playing a BCS game, it's about as big as there is. We had a lot of hard-fought battles just to get here, but to win this and play as well as we did against a quality program, it just doesn't get any better than that.
The Pac-10 has been so well represented in bowl games this year, but more importantly for Oregon State, what do you think this says about this team?
Well, we're a football program that's on the rise, and hopefully we can continue to be. It's a program that's going to get better and better all the time. This will just help us get to that next level, hopefully.
You think the people who didn't really know about Oregon State at the beginning of the year are going to take notice now?
Well, I hope that they do. I'm sure that they will. Hopefully they'll see that. And it's unbelievable how many fans we had here. That's what makes us all really proud, is how people are starting to get involved.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
They weren't even ranked in the preseason top 25 this year. They finished 11-1, first 11-win season in school history. They are the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl champions in 2001, and undoubtedly they'll finish in the top 5 with their highest ranking ever. Once again, the final score: Oregon State 41 and Notre Dame 9. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Nokia Sugar Bowl as number 3 Miami takes on number 7 Florida. And Wednesday, the FedEx Orange Bowl, matching number 1 Oklahoma and number 2 Florida State for the national championship. ABC is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC College Football. Leslie Goodell and Ed Cunningham, Sean McDonough saying so long and Happy New Year from the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence.